here for the derby between all the Lagavulins over the last 20 years.
Hey, welcome to Super Social Club. I'm Jeremy.
It's Whiskey in the Six, I'm Rob.
Welcome to the Whiskey Rant Podcast.
It's a little crusty,
It's frustrating.
and it's going to be a little bit of a rant.
I don't understand it. I don't know why.
Some sort of injustice.
Anyway, end rant.
Hello and welcome back to the Whisky Rant Podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Rob.
And tonight we are doing a Lagavulin 12 rundown. This is going to be a series that we're going to record and edit all together at the end. But we have a nice lineup of Lagavulin 12s, and we're always asking the question, like, what is the best Lagavulin 12?
Yeah, we only have done this so far with an 18-year-old shootout rundown, whatever we're going to call it.
Yeah, where
Right?
like we kind of like taste some one night, pick a few winners to move on. The next time we record, we'll taste some more, so on and so forth, and then we'll crown a winner here. We have a lot of different vintages, not every single one, but pretty much in the last 8-ish years, we pretty much have every single one here.
Yeah, we're missing a couple from 2016, but this is quite a bit. And then we
No,
have
this is 2016.
from 2016 to 2024, we're missing a couple in between.
Yeah, okay.
Right? But so yeah, I think we're missing 2020 and 2022. That's it.
Right, we got 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2021, 2023, and 2024.
Yeah, huge shout out to our subscribers and Patreons.
Yeah, we were kind of like half joking, but not really, being like, hey, send us your Lagavulin 12s because we want to like do a huge run of these. And of course, like the whiskey community comes through like they always do.
So Whiskey A, thank you very much. And Sasha, thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Really appreciate this.
So the way they're going to do it, we actually have a sample of like a super old one.
Yeah, it's a 2008.
2008.
That's from Whiskey A.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty excited about. I'm curious. I mean, he didn't open it that long ago, so it's relative. Like, it's relevant.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He didn't open it that long ago. I would actually think that the 2016 on this lineup has been open the longest.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Some of these other guys, like this 2018, this 2019, are fresh cracks. I literally just smelt them. I didn't even taste them yet.
Okay.
And then the 2021, obviously, I've enjoyed myself.
A favorite of yours for sure.
Yeah, and then these two we just purchased. So
Yeah.
we just purchased the
I don't
20.
think have I even tried the 2024?
I don't think you tried either of those. Oh, you did try the 2023 because we had it
23
in
we
the
tried
lineup.
it in the Diageo special release.
That's right. Yeah. So
samples. Yeah.
yeah. I don't think you've tried the 2024.
All right. Cool. So there's going to be some new ones here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm familiar with the 2016, 2017 because those are my bottles and I've had them open forever and I just go to them periodically. But we're going to get into it. So we're just going to do 4 at a time and we're going to rank them. And whoever gets the most points combined between me and you will move on.
Yeah.
And we'll do 4 one night, 2 will move on, 4 the next night, 2 will move on, and then we'll have a final with 4 whiskeys. We're going to have to have some discipline and not pour too much.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be very gentle with our pours because
You don't even know the meaning of that.
Well, that's why you're gonna do the pouring. No, you know what? I've been better.
You have been better. Your heavy hand has dissipated a bit.
It has.
You know?
I'm getting better in my old age.
Yeah.
The mornings are. Listen, all the Lagavulin corks are the best.
Yes. Although I did have one break on me not too long ago, but it was an old one.
So, I guess the key here, like, to kind of explain how we're doing this, we're not doing this blind because we actually don't think we have any biases whatsoever toward any of these. Like, I really could care less which one wins. I'm just honestly curious which one's the best.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah, there's no biases between these bottlings. Everyone has an equal opportunity to win, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I'm actually rooting for the underdog, whichever that might be. I don't even know. I know that a lot of people early on loved the 2016 and 2017. Those were like cult classics.
Yeah, you know
almost.
what? And like, I think those ones do get something. But honestly, like that 2021, I thought that we tried was superior. But we'll see.
Now, but we didn't think that until recently, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, we didn't think that 2021 was out of this world until we had it head to head with some other like real bangers.
Yeah. Yeah, so Lega 12, obviously, like prices, we've talked about the prices before, how they've gone up quite a bit. What did we pay for the most recent one, the 2024?
The most recent one was We got a decent deal on it. It was like $225.
$225. Okay.
But I think the regular price on it's $250.
Yeah. Okay.
We got a steal on the 2023. I paid $150 for that.
Okay.
It was on sale at BSW, and I snagged it.
And 150 is kind of where we were buying these at in 2026, right?
Yeah.
Or sorry, in 2016. 2016 is kind of where we paid. I think it was around 150 or so.
Yeah, I mean, at 150, these things will sell all day, every day. I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, because you're getting some of Lagavulin's best stuff. I feel like that's not crazy, right?
Yeah, I honestly do believe until you get to probably the 25-year-old, this is Lagavulin's best offering.
Yeah, I
Right?
mean, I would argue probably the 8-year-old, because like in the U.S. market, that 8-year-old Lagavulin is $60.
Yeah, as far as cost goes, for sure, the 8-year-old is great. But
Yeah.
the one that we had is an older one. The recent one that you and I were like hemming and hawing over, we actually really enjoyed. Whereas it's reported, I don't know how true this is, but it's reported that the newest ones are not as good.
Okay.
When's the last time you
We
bought one?
shall see. Actually, just recently.
The 8?
Yeah.
And you still love it?
It's a 2023 laser code.
That's good.
And
too.
I mean, on first crack, I was like, it just needs some time to open up, and it's currently opening. I opened it up like a week ago or so. But it is still good, because I compared it to the old one, and I'm like, oh yeah, these are like pretty similar.
What's cool about Lagavulin is there's nothing fancy. It's like a lot of it is reused bourbon barrels.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell by the color that they're not adding color. I know they don't state that, but there's like what would be the incentive to add color to this?
No,
to get to that color.
Right.
I'm pretty sure there's no incentive to go there.
Yeah. Unless they're just trying to trick you, and it's just straight from the still, like White Dog that they just colored to make it look like it's been matured.
They have it in metal vats for 12 years.
The nose is so distinctive with Lagavulin too.
Oh yeah,
you get this like clean kind of peat on the nose.
You know what's crazy? From a distance, and I bet you we have a guest coming for a separate show that obviously will air at a different time, probably before this. But that person's going to come downstairs and be like, I smell magic marker.
Oh, yeah.
Like from a distance, you smell magic marker. Then you get into the nose, you get all the sweet nuances and the...
Yeah, I think I like these Lagavulin 12s for the same reason I like Octomore. It's because you get this like intense peat, but then it's balanced out with the sweetness, and like the fruit notes come through too, and it's like you get this really cool contrast of flavors.
I honestly believe that Lagavulin, whoever's cutting at Lagavulin is cutting majority hearts, more so than any other distillery.
Yeah.
Because their distillate is like so sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very sweet.
It's very sweet.
And again, I love to try some distillate. You learn so much trying like a distillery's distillate, you know?
I'm going to give you a water bottle here just in case.
Thanks. Yeah, I remember trying like Balvini's distillate one time. Like, man, that's so good. And like you can kind of see a little bit like how fruity distillate is.
There's a few distillates that I was like really impressed with. Actually, Last Straw, when they did the most recent casks that are coming out in the summer, well, they're not coming out in the summer, but they'll become whiskeys this summer. Mm-hmm. I tried the White Dog, the distillate, and it was really sweet and tasty. So I'm actually looking forward to that because it's just in virgin oak casks, char number 2 and char number 3.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that being not good.
I've just kind of quickly nosed and tasted each one of these as to get a little feel for them. And I think I know which one I would probably pick last right now.
Interesting.
But they're all solid. I mean, I don't think we're going to get an outlier where it's like, oh, this one's terrible.
I think this is our biggest challenge of all time.
Yeah.
Like, probably our most difficult challenge to date.
Right. Yeah, because other than the 2023, which had a finish in tequila casks, I think the maturation, all these other ones are pretty much the same, right?
Yeah, and I'm assuming it's like a year finish in tequila casks, and the rest was
just a quick little splash.
Yeah.
Because we're assuming this is all ex-bourbon, but I don't know if they put use wine barrels at all in this.
If they do, it's like several times used.
It's gonna be a nice rediscovering Lagavulin because
Yeah.
I know you drink a lot of Lagavulin more than I do. I think.
I don't know if I drink more than you. Let's be honest. Most of my drinking happens with you.
Yeah. Okay.
So I do drink some, and I do love it. Honestly, I really encourage those who are still not sure about peat to just kind of force yourself.
This winter is going to be going back to peat for me. I feel like I've taken a year off from peat. Last winter, I wasn't even drinking peat. I don't think.
Yeah. I feel like all I own is peat stuff almost. It's there's very few things that are just sherry, no peat.
I think when people come over here and they crush stuff, it's not usually peated stuff. You don't really crush peated whiskey that hard though, do you?
Mm-mm.
It's so robust and strong. It's you don't need to crush it. An ounce pour will last you a very long time.
Honestly, I think that's truly because the finish on a peated whiskey lasts longer than most.
You can last the next day.
It's true.
Wake up wake up in the morning and you burp and it's just oh yes.
And they're still there.
sweet peat.
Right? And I think that has a lot to do with how quickly you crush a whiskey is if the finish is long. If the finish is long, you tend to drink it a little slower.
Yeah.
If the finish is short, you tend to drink it a little faster. Obviously, if it sucks, you're not going to drink it fast, but this is really hard.
I know. I mean, these could all get the same score except for the one I feel is a little bit the outlier, but so nice, man. This is a treat. This is a treat. That's a good one too. Damn, man. I don't know.
This is really hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't realize how hard this would be. Kudos to Lagavulin for their blending because there's no way in hell someone is picking these blind and hammering them on the head. Oh, that's 2016. That's a 2017.
Agree.
There's, no way.
I agree. So what are you looking for? Are you looking for the finish to really put you over the edge of what one you're going to pick to move on?
I think what really has to be, because it's so close, you have to go with amount of heat per glass, per sip of whatever year that is. Sweetness is going to be a factor for me. If it's a little sweeter, it's going to go towards the things that are a little sweeter because I enjoy the sweetness. And obviously the finish, the peat level. But I'm finding it really difficult, man.
Yeah.
Really difficult.
And usually this is your forte.
Yeah, but I feel like these are so similar that it would, if we did this blind, we'd be randomly, I would just pick, whatever, which is fine.
The nose on the 2008 is very, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
That might be my favorite nose. The one I drank already is gone is the 2016. That one's gone. I like that one quite a bit.
Yeah, that one's really good too.
The one I was saying that I wouldn't pick to move on is the 2017.
Yeah, the 2017 has the most magic marker on the palate.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking the finish, it might have a little sharper note than the other ones. The other ones seem a little more rounder on the finish. I think the 2017 is kind of hitting you a little bit. So yeah, I think I got my order. I think I'm good.
I think so too. Okay. So I'm going to talk you through my picks, but you have your order?
Yes.
You set them already?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go with the, on the palate, I think I like the 2016 the most.
Mm-hmm.
On the nose, I'm leaning toward the 2008.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give that a 1 and a 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go 2016 1, 2008 2, which is a pain in the ass because it's the only one we have a sample of.
We don't need to even discuss anything further because I am the exact same as you.
Okay, so those are the two moving on.
I'm the exact same as you because I agree with everything that you just said. The nose on the 2008, fantastic. The overall drinking experience in the 2016, better.
Yeah.
And then what do you got third?
I do although there is those notes, I guess because the 2018 is a newer crack. I just cracked that. Sasha gave that to us. Just cracked it. it is drinking a little more reserved than the rest, and like there's something maybe a little robust and hot about it.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to go 2016, 2008, 2017, 2018.
Okay, and I think we just differ on the last two because I would take the 2018 over the 2017.
Yeah.
But yeah, very close. I would just.
Oh man, it's like a fraction of a mark for each, right? Like even the 2018, we're looking for problems because, or like, and like you were saying, the 2017, we're looking for issues because they're all fantastic. If somebody poured all four of these for us, we would be more than grateful.
Very surprised that I had picked the 2017 last, because
that was one of your favorites.
Yeah, interesting, very interesting. But yeah, the 2016. Is taking it in the 2008. I mean, my goodness, this was a good year.
So maybe in the finals we'll do it blind because there was a theory back in the day. I want to say this started to like pop out around 2017, 2018, 2019 that the 2016 was the best in a long time.
Yeah.
Like from the ones preceding and the ones following, the 2016 was rumored to be the best. So the final four will do blind because I think that would like be the most fair.
I've heard that as well. That the 2016 is up there, but I also heard the same about the 2017. I heard both of these were.
I did hear that as well. Yeah. The 2008 moves on, which is again a pain in the ass because it's a sample. But I mean, we're really only drinking like quarter ounces.
Yeah,
here,
there was still more than half of this sample left. So
yeah, so we'll just finish that in the last.
Yeah.
All right,
interesting. All right, so the next round you'll be seeing will be the 2019, 2021, 2023, and 2024.
Yeah.
Interesting. We'll see those. That will be an interesting comparison too.
I'm curious.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you guys in the next edit. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, back with round number 2. Okay, well, just like last time, we've got 4 in front of us. We're going to pick our 2 favorites, and those will advance to the final round.
To the final round,
which will meet up with our first 2 picks, which was, 2016 and
a 2008.
And 2008, the Outlier 2008.
The Outlier 2008 sample that was sent to us by Whiskey A.
Great whiskey. Are we going to go... Well, it doesn't really matter. These are in order, right?
So I went earliest to newest, and right to left.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Just kept it in the order of these guys here.
I mean, back to it, man. Back to Lagavulin. So good.
The best. So 56.5% ABV on the 2019. This is the second eagle on the bottle, I think. Wasn't there an eagle before this? Or there was an eagle after this that we're missing?
You know what? I don't know. Because I kind of actually stopped buying them once they went to this eagle thing.
Yeah. They went up in price quite a bit.
I think that's why.
It was like a $50 eagle. That's what people used to joke around about. That damn eagle is $50.
The artwork costs more now. I mean, with this one, you're getting this, like, I don't know what you're picking up, but I'm getting kind of like wet rock, coastal, maybe kind of like, I don't know, like seafood almost, like
I can get that.
Hard shell crab, shrimp.
Yeah, like oyster
juice.
Like a touch of oyster, yeah.
Yeah.
That like right before you eat your oyster, you already get the aroma a little bit. You put like that lemon on it, you put salt, you might put like Tabasco on it, but maybe not the Tabasco, but the rest of it you kind of get in that note. And then a little bit of like the finest powdered sugar.
Yeah. And then like a lemon candy. Mm-hmm. And then
those lemon candies that are coated with like a powdered sugar.
And then it finishes just like barbecue char, and man, that's nice. What year was that?
That was the 2019.
2019.
What's crazy about these is the consistency we've talked about already.
Indeed.
Like, insane. What I did notice when I went back to the Offerman the other day, I did a 10-second re-review, which I'm wondering when someone's going to call me out on because I never do 10 seconds. It's always like minimum 25 seconds up to like a minute.
Right.
But it's like 10-second re-review and I go on for like another 30 to 40 seconds. The most recent one was a minute. Anyway, I noticed in that Offerman video that all of the Offerman tend to be a little bit more barrel char or peat. Something is more smoky about those ones.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I wonder if they sell those to him, or at least use that in that line, because they're outliers. They don't really go in with any of their 8 blend, their 12 blend, their 16 blend. So like, you know what? Let's.
Yeah, I mean, can make sense. How much do you think like Nick Offerman has to do with the blending of those whiskeys? Do you think they're just like, you know, we're going to put this together and you're going to sell it for us kind of thing?
I think they're like, hey, try this rum cask one, try this different one here,
right?
And
kind of like,
pick one.
This is the direction we're going to go this year. Like,
exactly.
Hi there. Is there a project you're working on? I know more than you. All right.
I'm rolling through these. I'm already on 24.
It's a little hotter than the other ones. No, maybe that was just my first sip. That finish was really nice. This is gonna be so hard again.
I don't think this is going to be hard. Not for me.
No,
I already know it.
I don't know. I'm not there yet.
Just one sip, boom, done. Instant. I will say, like on the 2022, sorry, 2023. If you didn't tell me this was a tequila cask, I would be like, what is up with this cask? Like, there's something weird with it. But you do get, now that you, like, obviously that I know is this the tequila cask, I'm like, yeah, that is definitely tequila cask finished. Quite different than the others. Interesting that they would do that. But I guess they can put the name, like, you know, Don Julio Nejo cask, and people are
I
like,
think
oh.
Don Julio is a Diageo product, is it not?
I would 1000% guarantee you that they are.
Yeah. It's still really good. Still very good.
Because I'm like, 2024 is actually really solid. I'm like, I'm surprised that
2024 is
I
a
would
banger.
say that I didn't like it, because I love this 2024.
Oh man, yeah, that 2024 is great.
I'm set. I know which two I would advance.
Okay, so we gotta remind them that you might pick one as like your second best, and I picked it as my third best.
Right.
So we gotta go. And then I don't know what we do for a tiebreaker.
Right. If we're not in complete agreement of which two should advance, then it's going to have to go by rankings, right? Because if I rank 1-1 and you rank it 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there one that's you're definitely moving forward?
Yeah, 2024. I'm moving forward.
Okay.
For sure.
And I also would agree. 2024 moves forward.
And I probably would rank that number 1 at the moment.
And I would rank it 2.
2.
2. Yep.
I think my only beef with the 2019, which keep yours in mind, that maybe I shouldn't say that there's a beef with it. But I will, like, I mean, these guys need to hear us talk about something. So it's a little maybe too lackluster. Like it's great. There's very little heat. There's just maybe a little too little going on
Okay.
for me.
Okay. I'm going back to the Don Julio finish. It's pretty nice on the nose.
These are all great. Like they
all are pretty
This
solid.
is great. It's gonna finish last for me. I'm gonna be honest right off the hop. It's gonna finish last for me, but it's still awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I think I know your order now.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm stuck between these two being my number 1, but I'm gonna. Oh man, that was really good. That last step there, the Don Julio one. Let me do this one more time.
The one that I'm gonna say is my favorite is actually the 2019.
It's 2019.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It is the 2019.
Okay.
I think it's got like just so much going on with it.
Interesting.
So that's my first place. My second place is the 2024.
Okay.
Which I think we're kind of in agreement if you're saying this is your favorite one. Second favorite for me.
Yeah.
And then last place is going to be the 2023.
Okay.
And then I guess this would be third.
Oh, wow. Okay. We're completely different this time.
Okay, so now we're going to have to do a tie break, no?
Yeah. Well, we'll add up the scores. So 1,
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
3,
Right.
and then 4. But I changed my answer, so I don't know if that should count. Maybe I should just leave this as.
Well, no, I mean, I think what's going to happen is the 2021 is going to advance. Because you have it at 1?
2.
2.
And you have.
I
this
have
as
it at
1.
3.
So that's a score of 5. So we go lowest score wins, right? This is 1 and 2, so it's 3. This is
1 and...
Even if it was 3 and 3, it would still be 6. Oh, sorry, 1 and 3.
It's 1 and
1 and 4, so
1
it would
and
be
4
5.
is 5, which is the same as this one.
A few moments later.
So then do we only put through 2024 and then just it'd be a final of 3?
I'm fine with that.
Are you fine with that?
Yeah, I'm fine
because
with
I don't think these other 3 are going to compete with the 2 we put it in first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm fine with just going with 1 then.
Okay.
I think that's the most fair way to do it.
Okay.
Because you picked it as your number 2, I picked it as my number 1.
Yes.
All right, let's do that.
Okay, so only the 2024 will move to the next round, and then we'll have a final with 3, which I think is probably better for us to determine the winner with 3 is easier than 4.
Yeah.
Or
that's true.
it definitely is easier than 5.
100%.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right. Let's
okay.
do that. All right. You'll guys see us in a second with the finals. Okay, we are back with the final, and we've had Silent Bob actually pour all these for us blind. So, in the final, we have the 2024, the 2016, and the 2008.
I feel
Right?
like we're both going to be able to pick the 2024 here
Because we just drank it.
because we just drank it.
Yeah.
And I do feel like it's the most different out of all of them.
Perhaps.
Right.
Perhaps it is. Perhaps it is. But anyway, we don't know where we're drinking them, so we're gonna be just going in blind.
All right.
That one's amazing.
I think I'm going to do this a little differently than I did the last round.
I don't think there's any wrong answer here. Honestly, I don't think there's a wrong answer.
It's
I think
crazy
we've-
because I feel like from the last place one to the first place one, there's like a full point difference, maybe.
It's not much, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're right. Like, if we were to score every single bottle we had, they'd all be right around the same score.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that's just like a cool thing about Lagavulin 12 is like, it doesn't matter what vintage you get. If you get any of them, they're all good.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
Reliability.
man, the nose on this one.
What's more reliable than the Lagavulin 12? Is there any other expression? You guys tell us. Is there any other expression that
that's
you could
really
say
good, too.
from like 10 years ago? Okay, we went back almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
More than that.
Well, we went back to 2008.
The 2008 was a lot more than that.
But
So-
really, like the majority of them, back to 2016.
Right. But what other brand can you say that their 12-year-old or their 10-year-old or whatever is exactly the same almost every single year? I don't think there is. Maybe our Big 10?
Yeah,
Maybe our Big 10?
yeah. Our Big 10 is pretty consistent. I mean, the 12 to me has been more consistent than the 16. The 16, I think there was a big drop at
Yeah.
some point in time, maybe like 8 years ago,
Yeah. I would
maybe
agree with
longer. But this is a tough choice. I've just tried all 3, and I like every single one the same.
that. That'd be funny if the ones that we chose happen to have the exact same like formula for their barrels like of refill and this and that and whatever, you know?
It would be cool if we just picked the same one, like we liked the most. If we were together on that.
Yeah, because even in our last, like our 18-year-old rundown, the Glenallachie 18 won by points. It wasn't the like I picked something else first, but I picked the Glenallachie 18 second or something, right? And you picked the Glenallachie 18 first, and whatever I picked first, you did not pick first. You picked it or second, and you picked it third. So that's how the Glenallachie.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Whatever this number 2 is, delicious.
My goodness. I mean, I don't know. You're all winners to me.
There are no losers today. Oh, I think I know. I think I know what's happening here.
I honestly don't know what I'm picking, which
I like all of them in a different way.
which
They're
is
not all the same.
Which is kind of great because, like, as of right now, we don't know what we're picking, but we're honestly saying that like a super old one that a lot of people think is a special whiskey from 2018 is competing with what most people would say is the best 12, which is the 2016, but. The one you can buy on the
Newest.
shelf right now, like, you can go out and probably get this and probably
Yeah.
find this is the 2024. So the fact that the 2024 is competing with like probably two of the best vintages is saying something, and I kind of like that.
Should we do this with Octomore eventually?
Yes.
Like with as many Octomores as we
Should we
can
just
find?
drink 12 Octomores in one night?
No, one night we'll die.
Hell yeah, we should.
I have 2 open Octomores right now. I bet you have like 4 or 5.
No, I have like 12.
Open?
Yeah.
That's insane. Okay, so like I guess we can do an Octomore one. No problem. We should do a 15. A 15
The
year
beauty
old.
about Octomore is like you can open that and leave it for 100 years and it's still going to be good in the bottle. It's honestly like just like
I know which one I like the least.
it's really like nitpicking for me.
There's one that doesn't like it's very good, but it just doesn't do what the other 2 do for me. Okay, I've decided. I'm ready to go. Yeah, that's the best one by far. I wouldn't say by far. I'm exaggerating. It's not by far. It's by like a doll hair.
I literally got to go. I know what you wanted to say.
Or did I?
You know, like a sea hair is like an official measurement in like the construction world.
A sea hair?
Yeah.
Oh, in the construction.
Like in the world of
wait a second.
construction, it's like, oh yeah, like if you
Oh,
say
yeah,
like
in
if you say
construction, yeah.
if you say the C word,
That's
like
a
a
real
sea
thing,
hair,
yeah.
like people know exactly what that is.
100%. Okay. I'm going to pick this is my number 1. This is my number 2. And this is my number 3. And honestly, the gap between 1 and 2 is like the tiniest of tiny measurements. But the gap between 2 and 3 is significant. Like a half a point.
And I'm going first place, second place, third place. So, do you want to do your third place
Okay,
first?
so let's line them up then.
I'm doing first, second, third.
Okay, so my third place was the 16.
And my third place was the 24.
Your third place was the 24.
Yeah.
Wow.
Third place was the 24.
Interesting. Okay.
Very interesting.
All right.
Alright.
This is already going to be fucking challenging now.
Second place?
Second place, 8.
Second place, 8.
Oh.
Which means that I had the 16 in first place.
And I had the 24 in third place. First place.
Wow, the 24 in first place.
I honestly
There
thought
you
I was
go.
picking the 8 in first place.
Wow.
Because I'm like, this is lighter, more subtle,
Wow.
but sweeter.
Nice.
I'm shocked that you...
That is very interesting. So wait, you put 20... What was your first? 24. And that was my last.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, there you have it. No consensus whatsoever between the two
We
of
were-
us.
That just goes to show you and I look for very different things in Pete.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing that we have a contrasting view. I would love to have both picked the 24 as our favorite, and then the viewers be like, yes, I can actually go out and get that.
Yeah.
But no, man, for me, again, the 2016 still reigns champion. This was the one that I thought was the best that I've ever had.
Yeah.
And doing it blind with these other 2 amazing whiskeys still confirms it.
Interesting. See, I liked it, but there's a note in the 2016 that kind of gets me at the end, whereas I found that these could maintain this like really nice sweetness throughout.
I mean, like I said, like we both said, like you can't go wrong with any of these picks. And
Yeah.
the fact that the 24 is like literally as good as the 16 is a staple. So yeah, go out, grab the 2024 release. It is amazing.
But I guess the winner, is there a winner? No, because everything scored a 4 here,
Oh yeah,
right? Everything, there's no winner.
right. Because we had the exact opposite order. No, we both had the 8 in the middle, didn't we?
We both had the 8 in the middle, so
That
that
means
scores
that-
a 4.
Okay.
And then you gave the 24 a 3, and I gave it a 1,
Oh,
so that scores a
fuck.
4. And then
Everything's-
they all
Everything
score a
scored
4. They all score a 4.
Oh man. Well,
That's disappointing.
no consensus
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, okay, so I guess the way we can do this is my winner is the 24, your winner is the 16.
Yeah.
You could probably still get the 16 in auction,
Oh yeah.
and you can definitely get the 24
On the shelf.
on any shelf
Yeah.
across the world.
Yep.
So the fact that the 24 got this far,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I actually love it. I didn't think I was picking the 24. I thought I was picking
I
the
had no idea which one I was picking.
Honestly,
I had no idea which one I was picking. You thought we could pick up the 24? I was like, I have no idea what one the 24
I thought the
is.
24 was the second one. I thought it was the 8.
Yeah. It's crazy because like we're drinking a whiskey from 2008 and we can't tell the difference. It's been open for X number of years and we can't even tell from a fresh crack, essentially.
Yeah.
Which is insane to think about. Do you think one would be like, you think it would flatten out?
It just goes to show you
it'd be
that
noticeable, but it's not.
there needs to be more cash strength in this world, right? Like, that's the answer.
Because it never flattens out in the bottle. It's just good forever.
Like the most notorious whiskey to flatten out that I've ever had is Macallan.
I was gonna say Macallan.
It like you open it, fresh crack is like, wow, this is great, and like your eighth pour of that whiskey is like, what's happening?
You have to drink through your Macallan 18 quick.
Yeah, and like that was the same to be said about the Edition series and their 12s, like everything.
Yeah,
you're almost better off doing what I did in Arizona when I went to a liquor store, and the resort that we were on, you could bring your own liquor and drink wherever you were on the resort. So I bought like a bunch of the 2-ounce minis of the Macallan 12.
Yeah.
And I just drank those all week.
Love that.
And like I cracked 2
Love
ounces,
Yeah.
had like 10 of them for the week.
Man, I wish, that's something you just put in your pocket and just carry with you.
Yeah.
And like your kids are like, let's go to the park. I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy this 2-ounce Macallan 12-year-old while you guys are playing on swings.
One of our buddies, a friend of the show, he does park walks with a Glencairn.
Yeah, nice.
He'll go with the stroller and a Glencairn.
I do that with the dog. It's like for non.
I mean, we should be able to do that. Like that is such a dumb rule.
Okay,
like,
well, here's the thing. Like Toronto has recently allowed people to have alcohol beverages in parks. Certain parks.
Yeah.
Where like you can have an open beverage here. We're not going to give you a ticket for drinking in public,
Right.
Which is great because people were doing it anyway.
Exactly.
And responsible adults were like having a picnic, having a beer. It's not hurting anyone.
No.
There's people literally shooting up heroin like a block over.
Yeah, exactly.
And no one cares. Like the cops aren't doing anything about that. So like, why can't I have a beer? So like, I just rock like a freaking, like an old fashioned. I just walk down the street, like walking the dog with an old fashioned. It's amazing. It's classy. It's nice.
When COVID hit and like we were all home, we used to go on family walks.
Yeah.
And I used to just crush like a stout on the walk or like a whatever.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't I be able to do that?
That's what I always loved about Vegas. Like I love Vegas because like you can just like you can be walking out of the hotel casino with a drink, and someone will be like, "Hey, sir, would you like me to pour that into a plastic cup for you?"
Yeah.
And be like, "Oh, that'd be great, thank you." And you can just like continue on and keep walking, and that's the way it should be.
100%.
Because like being a menace is still against the law.
Yeah.
Like being a drunken asshole is still against the law.
Yeah, exactly.
So why can't responsible people drink in public and not be in the same category as someone who's causing a problem?
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Okay.
These were all good. I'm glad we did this. I feel like we should have gotten it done a little quicker.
Hey.
But it was tough. Like it's a lot of alcohol to consume in, one part. You can't do it in one part. So you have to do it in 3 parts.
Yeah, you blow out your palate if you did 8 and then
I'm glad we
whatever.
only did 3 in the final. That made it a lot easier. Like
I agree. I think it was the right decision to make it 3.
These blind tastings that people do, like 10 whiskeys, there's no way.
You blow out your palate, man.
You have no idea what you're tasting about. Like,
with cask strength, especially peated cask strength, your palate goes quick, I think.
I think the key is to do whenever you're gonna do like a blind tasting, whatever it's gonna be, it should be very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever's on the table should be similar. Otherwise, you're always gonna look for that outlier, not necessarily that best whiskey. We've talked about this before, but like this is a great one to do because they're all so similar.
And I think like obviously when you do a blind tasting is what your palate goes to that day.
Yeah.
If we did this again and got the same results, boom, we know for sure that's what it is. If we got conflicting results, maybe you do it a third time.
Yeah.
And that's really the best way, because like everyone always knows, you drink a whiskey one night, you feel a certain way about it.
Exactly.
You drink it another night, you might feel a different way about it, and it happens all the time. So
For sure.
blind tasting, sure, it is like a good way to determine what your favorite is, but not always.
I agree.
It could just be that night.
Yeah.
Leave us a comment down below. If you're into Lagavulin 12, what's the best one you've tried so far? If you picked up the 2024, let us know what you think, because as far as we're concerned, it's competing with some of the best stuff that's been released from Lagavulin
Yeah.
for the 12-year-old.
I'd be curious if any of you have an open 2016 and 2024. Ask a friend, a wife, a girlfriend, whatever, a boyfriend. Pour them in separate glasses for you, and do it blind yourself. I'm very curious what you guys think. Right? Like that would be a cool little like side test. Like put your results in the chat.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought.
Just going nose to nose, I feel like the 24 has a little more spice. Maybe a little more spice on the nose there.
There's something different about the 24. It does stick out, and that's what I'm talking about when it comes to outliers.
Yeah.
There's something a little different about the 2024.
Yeah.
There's more charred pineapple on the 2024.
Love that. Yeah.
Good though.
I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed drinking this whiskey, because
That's fun.
like I said, Lagavulin, man, it's of the Agio range.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's up there at the very, very top, if not close to the top, as being the best stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
That's gonna do it for us. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Really much appreciated. Have a good one.
Cheers.
Cheers.